This is great if you ask me. Now, of course, it is comic booky in a lot of ways, but it's not. Spider-Man Noir. Now, this is the Spider-Man character. It's going to be great, Jordan. Spider-Man Noir is moving forward in a live-action version with Nic Cage attached to this. Now, before they talk about animation version, we saw him in Across the Spider-Verse. What a great freaking movie. Great Spider-Man movie. And now Nic Cage has been signed on to actually play the live version of it. And Amazon's producing this, and it's going to be a big, big project. Now, if you look at this, the breakdown of this character as it is, it's called Noir's telling the story about an aging and down and out of his luck private detective, an investigator in 1930s New York who is forced to grapple with his past life and the city's one and only superhero. Now, this is a very gritty version of Spider-Man. He's a detective. He's out there in the streets. It's black and white. This seems great for Nic Cage. It's not like your typical Spider-Man type movie. It's going to be somewhere Nic Cage is an investigator. He's a detective, which he's done multiple times before. And honestly, I've celebrated Nic Cage throughout 200 episodes of this show. I pretty much said that Nic Cage is one of the best actors I love. I know a lot of people love him too on the show. I'll watch anything Nic Cage does, all these random B movies he does, all the random big budget stuff from Con Air till now. I think that he doesn't do anything bad, never anything bad. And now he's signed on for this. And being a detective in the freaking 30s, I just think that Nic Cage is going to kill this. And I don't think it's going to lead into the super. He's gonna what?
He's gonna Nic Cage this mother.
Yeah, Nic Cage it. And it's not gonna be like about being a superhero thing. I think that's gonna be a sidebar. I think really what this is gonna be about just Nic Cage being Nic Cage, breaking some case, and on the side he has to put a mask on in order to actually get the case solved. Maybe he can't do so much, so he puts a mask on and becomes like a Batman figure, I guess, or a vigilante than anything else. And he was great in Across the Spider-Verse. What a fun movie. Mm-hmm. And what a fun movie. And a fun performance. GR, can Nic Cage do no wrong? Will this be great? Do you want to see him be Detective Spider-Man? Or do you think this is something that doesn't make sense for the Cage?
No, it's going to be awesome. Like you both have said, Nick can do no wrong. I mean, I've never seen him do anything I didn't like.
And do you think they're going to lean into the superhero stuff?
Pardon me?
Will they lean into the superhero stuff, or will this be a more detective movie, you think?
I don't really see it as a superhero thing. I think it's basically like you said, a detective movie.
Do you see him bringing like something totally different to the superhero genre?
Depending on how they spin it, I mean, again, it depends how it's written. We all know that. It has nothing to do with the actor when it comes down to it. It comes down to how it's written. And then you have to portray what they wrote.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's your job to make it feel like he is a superhero, even if he's not.
Yeah. Japanese Spider-Man, I love your name, man. Again, thank you for that comment.
You made me a Catholic priest, Brian. So I mean, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And I think this is going to be grounded in reality, though, GR. And grounded in reality, you make it something different than being pew, 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 Spider-Man stuff. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be about on the ground, street level, detective work. Pew, 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 pew. I can't. I'll drink on that. I think it's going to be great. Ron, Torbett, how you feeling about this? Is this something you check out? I mean, we talk about how much we love Nic Cage on here. I know you like Nic Cage too.
I love Nic Cage, and yeah, he can't do no wrong except his own personal finances.
Yeah,
dinosaur bones. Dinosaur bones.
Toilet.
But yeah, I think it'd be great to see him on screen again. The project itself sounds amazing. I love the 30s, just the noir. I am looking forward to it. Yeah, look at that.
Torbett, can you see Nick? Do you like Nic Cage, Torbett? And can you see him being a good detective?
Nic Cage, I don't recognize him. I don't recognize the name, but okay, now I recognize him.
Oh,
I feel old.
With the beard and everything, I totally think he would fit a detective. Maybe not a superhero, but as you guys are describing him, it seems that he's good in everything. But a detective, I think, he especially looks good for a detective.
How about Spider-Man? He's Spider-Man, though, in a lot of ways, Torbett. Is he a Spider-Man to you?
I mean, maybe not the superhero fighting crime thing like that, but the detective, I think, yes.
Okay.
Maybe not, yeah.
I think that's what it comes down to too. What really sells this. It's like he's been doing it for a long time. They could have gone somebody younger, of course, doing this kind of thing easily. Like, voiceover is one thing. Like Cross Spider-Verse, he's great in that. But they could have gone somebody younger, young detective, Spider-Man, all that stuff, doing all the pew 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 stuff. But I think Grizzled, the detective, is so much better.
Yeah.
Like Grizzled, you're down scruff, not sure. Maybe he's an alcoholic on top of that. He puts the mask barely on. I think it could be a lot of fun, and it brings him into like a world that you would not expect for a superhero to be in. And it makes it more centered and grounded and just based in reality. And it almost feels like, you know what they should get to do this? And it's never going to happen? Christopher Nolan.
Oh,
Nolan directing. They're not. I wish they would.
That's a pipe dream.
Or David Fincher. Can you imagine Fincher doing this? Fincher with Nolan. Not Nolan. Fincher with Nic Cage as Spider-Man. I'm just saying.
You might be able to get Jonathan Nolan.
Oh, you can get Jonathan Nolan for sure. Jonah would do this in a heartbeat.
Fincher.
You imagine Fincher? Oh my! I would love it. Fincher. Nick Cage would probably go nuts.
The details would be amazing.
Yeah, but Nick Cage would go nuts with Fincher, as I know, because like I've said, I worked with Fincher. He's intense.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a great performance. He loves detective stuff too. That'd be so much fun.
I would.
Jordan, are you watching this? Nick Cage, detective, Spider-Man Noir. What do you feel?
No, you damn well know it. All I gotta say is he better keep that voice, because that freaking that voice was like iconic in that Spider-Verse movie.
It was so good, right?
And like anything Nic Cage, dude. I love that guy since like Face Off. John Travolta, Face Off. Love that movie. That's one of my all-time go-to favorite. I'll just put that on anytime. That
Take your face off.
What do you mean?
That and Con Air anytime. His caster
Con
Troy
Air,
was
yes.
there you go. Troy, baby.
So good. Do you see any world where this would be bad?
Depends on the budget. Depends on what Amazon lets happen. What is this, and where did you find that?
Where the hell did that come from, Brian?
It's Nick Cage and the Frog.
He's Nic Cage in that mother.
I love it.
I wish I looked that good in the dress.
I just think Nick Cage has got it, Jordan. But what he does, he's got it.
He's got it. I just hope Amazon doesn't mess it up.
I know.
It will, but yeah.
It will.
That's what I worry about. They just dropped that Silk Society, which was like a diverse character they're going to bring out for the very first time, which was going to be, I think could have been fun. But, I just think that it's a formula that it's hard to mess up. You got Nick Cage, the one to do this. He did it before. You got him back on board. You got a good director. I will pitch it again. Fincher. Give me Fincher.
Yep.
It might be the perfect situation for Amazon. With the voice, my barely good else.
I'm just saying.
Would you stop that, bitch?
That'd be good. But I think overall, I'm happy. This is a celebration of Nick Cage more than a comic book conversation. Torby, you ever watch the Spider-Verse stuff? You ever watch Into the Spider-Verse, Cross Spider-Verse?
I really wanted to watch that. I've been trying to make time for it, but I'm asking my dad if we could watch it.
On TV, you're asking me that?
On TV, yeah, on TV.
How can I say no?
And then
You have to watch it.
Putting him on the spot.
watch it because people are saying it's good, and I was in love with the first one, so I really want to watch the Spider-Man.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man?
My favorite Spider-Man, probably. The only reason I'm going to say this is because he's the only one from my generation. I'm going to go Tom Holland.
I knew it.
Because
Tom's great.
He's not in your...
Yeah.
Gen
Alpha, Gen Z. Yeah.
He's not an alpha.
No, he's
Is that
not.
what Turbid is, an alpha?
Actually, he's the last of the Z's.
Yeah.
Which
I don't really know how that works anymore. I really don't know how that works.
But where are we at anyway for that?
We're in Gen Alpha.
Okay.
Alpha. What a name for Gen Alpha. Like, are they meant to conquer the world? Because we're calling them Alpha.
We had to call them Alpha because we ran out in the alphabet. Gen Z, and then we had to start all over again.
But how do we start at the end of the alphabet? We start the alphabet at the end of the alphabet. We were like millennials, and all of a sudden we're like,
Brian,
Gen Y.
Here's what I don't understand. How is 1983 considered the first of the millennials?
I know.
Millennials.
Isn't that crazy?
It makes no sense to me. The breakdown of this is kind of half thought. That's all I'm saying.
Half-wit is more like it. Right?
Half-wit.
The Xers are the ones.
Japanese Spider-Man, always right. Cross Spider-Verse, so good. Yeah, if you haven't seen any of the across the Into the Spider-Verse or did you see the Into the Spider-Verse?
Me?
Yeah, Torbett, did you see the first one?
I saw the first one many times.
The first one, so you know Nic Cage playing that part.
This one was better.
Because Nic Cage still played Spider-Man Noir in that, the black and white Spider-Man. That was Nic Cage before. So now he's playing the live action version.
Yeah, I used to. I used to love it. I had to get a suit for it.
Yeah, we had 2 suits.
I was like 7. No, that was one of them was not.
We made things that would shoot out string.
Pew,
Nice.
pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. It's so good.
You too.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Made Man.
Spider-Man.
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 What you doing, Spider-Man? What you doing?
Just Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Love you, man.
Thanks, Peppy. But you know what? I think Nic Cage can do no wrong again. I believe this would be a great project. Do not mess this up, Amazon. Make it come out. We believe in you for once. Do not cancel this project. Keep it going. Keep it happening. And we'll be there to watch it on day one. Nic Cage can do no wrong.